Fresh Squeeze Noise Eurorack patch 19. Usual setups, ABCs to output, Circadian Rhythms feeding the Tempi clock. I'm going to first take one of these outputs from Circadian Rhythms and go into the buffered multiplier. And then I'm going to take one of the multiple outs and go into the trigger in of the Mutant bass drum. And then I'm going to take the distorted out and I'm going to go, let's just go straight into the mixer. I'm going to start the loop and I'm going to switch to 64 mode and we'll add some steps. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sub out of the STO and go into the Errorbox from Audio Damage. I'm going to take the output of that and go into the channel 1 of the QVCA from Dopefur. I'm going to take the sum out and run that into the mixer. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the buffered mult out and I'm going to go into the trigger 1 of peaks. Then I'm going to take the out 1 and go into the CV of the VCA. Now I'm going to adjust the envelope. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Tempi out and run it to the clock in of the Lifeforms micro sequence. Then I'm going to hit run. Then I'm going to divide that down. Then I'm going to take the pitch out of that and go into the 1 volt per octave on STO. Now I'm going to adjust these steps. Next, I'm going to take one more of the Circadian Rhythm outs and go into the trigger in for the closed hi-hat. And then I'm going to take the output of that and run it to the mixer. Then I'm going to switch to that channel and I'm going to add some steps. Next, I'm going to take the Circadian Rhythm 3 output and go into the Mutant Snares trigger. And then I'm going to take the Mutant Snares trigger output and go into the reverb from Audio Damage. And then I'm going to take the output of that and go into the mixer. Then I'll switch to that channel and add some steps. I'm going to adjust the Mutant Snares settings. Next, I'm going to take another one of these buffered mult outs and go into the trigger of Grandpa. And I'm going to take the Grandpa out and I'm going to run that to clouds in. And then I'm going to take the output of that and go into the mixer. After adjusting the settings for Grandpa, I'm going to take the last of these buffered mults and go out to the trigger of Maths. And then I'm going to take the 1 output of that and I'm going to go into the CV in of Grandpa. And then I'm going to adjust the settings. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the Tempi outs and go into the X clock of Rene. And then I'm going to take another Tempi out and go into the Y clock of Rene. And then I'm going to divide these up. Now I'm going to take the quantized out of that and go into the 1 volt per octave of Braids. And then I'm going to take the output of that and go into our Dub Junior. And then from Dub Junior, I'm going to go into the output. Now I'm going to find a synth that I like. Now I'm going to take the Unity out of Maths and I'm going to go into the timbre in. After listening to this, I think what I want to do is I'm going to take the Grandpa out that goes to clouds and then to the mixer. I'm going to run that into the Lifeforms binary filter. And then I'm going to filter that from here to the mixer. thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those below. And if you like what you saw and want to see more, please subscribe. And until next time.